Hey, hi everyone, it's me again, Nazmi. So welcome back to my channel. So today we have Megat. Megat, can you introduce yourself?
Okay, hi, I'm Megat. Um, so, introduce what? Like, what do I do or
Yeah. What do
why
you
I'm
work
here?
and your interests? Like, I noticed that you love movie, but first tell us what you work first.
Yeah, I work as a IT developer.
Mm-hmm.
Um, well, I do enjoy movies as well because, I work with making short films with you. um we do have that interest, but I think we connected when we met was when we found out like, oh, you enjoy Batman v Superman. I think
Yeah.
that's one of the things that how we, as where we are now as friends now is when we talk about these movies. Um so for me, how I really like these movies, these characters of DC is, I think it started from Christopher Nolan when he did all these
Yeah. Best
Dark Knight
trilogy.
movies. Yeah, his Dark Knight trilogy.
Mm.
Um, I think because he sort of like modernized these superhero movies. Like, I think, of course, when we were young, we do watch, the Batman and Robin movies
Mm-hmm. Mm.
that are very, you know,
Campy.
trying to
Yeah.
sell, yeah, campy, trying to sell a lot of,
Toys. Okay.
toys for kids. It's mostly you can see, in the Batman and Robin movies. Is more on trying to sell the toys. And I remember having some from the McDonald toys. So that is during when we were young, right? When we were
Yeah.
kids. So Christopher Nolan sort of like, you know, reinvent to make it grounded in our world. Like when Christopher Nolan did the Batman movies, his Batman movies, you sort of feel like, oh, Batman can uh,
In real
you
world.
know be in this real world that we have now.
Yeah.
So so from there, I really, really like more into this DC, because I thought, oh, what DC is doing is different than what Marvel is doing. Don't get me wrong, I do enjoy Marvel movies, but I prefer more grounded and real with what DC is going for. Yeah.
Okay, but okay, we're gonna talk. Okay, I guess first of all, Megat also helped me produce some of my short films. That one hasn't released yet. Maybe someday we will show it to you. It called Myth. Okay, but talking about DC, currently I've been reading through that there's a lot of issue with between DC, but it's more actually about the Warner Brother, right? So, okay, first of all, I hear that they are trying to delete whatever Zack Snyder has made from Man of Steel to his Justice League. They're trying using the Flash movie to delete all of this from happen. Is it, from your opinion, what do you think about this?
Yeah, so um for me, I don't uh okay, I know it's everyone's opinion. Like, because I know there are some who are
Some
very,
support, yeah.
DC, they really love DC. They'll watch anything that they produce, they give, they'll watch anything.
Mm.
So for me, I'm more of, like I said, I prefer more grounded, more, relatable characters from these DC properties, which mostly has been done by, Christopher Nolan and also Zack
Mm,
Snyder.
yeah.
So they call it the Snyderverse now. So I am a huge fan of what Zack did. And you can see I'm wearing the hoodie.
Okay.
uh, and you can see the posters here, BVS posters. So um, I really enjoy what he did, what the world he was creating, a more grounded Superman, a more, and the whole Justice League that he made. So for me, I've stopped watching any DC films. If you can see, on Twitter, there's a hashtag they're trying to do is a hashtag boycott the OWB,
Yeah.
boycott Warner Brothers,
Yeah.
because the fans have who are fans of the Snyderverse, they've already spent, they bought all the Blu-ray, they bought everything, they bought the hoodie, everything to show that there's demand. But Warner Brothers
Deny.
refuse
Yeah.
to release the numbers of how much, viewers, how much Blu-ray sales. They refuse to release. So fans just, um, they had enough and they do this boycott. And also because of the Flash, the Flash, or they call, yeah, the Flash, they're trying to really, based on the rumors and leaks, not sure if it's true or not. You be the judge, you watch
Yeah.
the Flash if you want.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm not. I'm not planning to, because the rumors are they plan to delete or just they call it reset or reboot. Not really reboot, they call it retcon, which is whatever they want they keep, whatever they don't want they just remove it from the whole DCEU. Yeah.
Do you think because they're doing this because of the merger? Like what happened, I realized Fox, 20th Century Fox, before Disney bought them, they did almost do the same thing, like create same problem, giving burden to director. Example, the Predator 2018. That one was drastically reshoot for the third act, where we saw the leak photo. There was like this good Predator, but it wasn't in the final cut. Do you think they are doing this because they know they are merging with Discovery? In opinion, just rough
um
opinion.
I don't think so, because this, if you understand the hierarchy of the DC films under Warner Brothers, um the president of DC Films is Walter Hamada. So he is being criticized a lot, especially with Ray Fisher.
Yeah,
If you
yeah,
know the
they should, yeah,
controversy with Ray Fisher, Walter Hamada tried to ask Ray Fisher to drop the investigation
yeah.
of the Justice League issue. If you guys know, just search Ray Fisher online and you see all what he's talking about. And Ray really tried to push um, for the investigation of the abuse, of the onset abuse that happened in the Justice League reshoots. So what Walter Hamada did was trying to say, hey, can you just you can blame Joss Whedon, but don't blame on my friend Geoff Johns.
Yeah.
So Geoff Johns is this comic book writer who's also a producer who enabled Joss. So the Geoff Johns actually let Joss, like, hey, you do whatever you want. So they, when people complain to him like, oh, we've been treated badly on set, he's just like, no, like, doesn't care, like, just go on. So that's why Ray Fisher, if you don't know him, he's the one who played Cyborg in Zack Snyder's Justice League. So he really pushed for this, and Walter Hamada still until this day did not apologize to Ray Fisher. I think other producers did apologize to Ray Fisher, but Walter Hamada refused to say sorry for asking him to drop the case. So this guy, Walter Hamada, he sort of have his own plan, which does not relate to the Snyderverse at all. So he has his own plan, and the Flash, what is happening with the Flash and everything after Snyderverse is under his plan. So for me, I'm not a fan of this plan, so I choose not to watch it.
Yeah, I
With
think,
all these,
yeah,
the Suicide Squad by James Gunn, all this is under Walter Hamada. So I call it Hamadaverse. It's his DC universe that he wants to build. Because I'm a fan of Snyderverse, which
yeah,
is currently on hold. I'm still, hashtag restore the Snyderverse. I hope with
What
the
happened? Yeah.
Discovery merger, they would do something. But whatever that they're planning to do now, I'm not a fan of it. If you still enjoy DC movies, go ahead, but it's not for me. I rather
For
watch
me,
Marvel with what they did with No Way Home, Spider-Man.
yeah, Marvel always like have a great like they have their ups and downs, but they are not like take things so hard like what happening to DC. Like DC, I noticed after the BVS, right? Like suddenly they sort of gone havoc a bit. But it's just two movie, It's just a two movie. Like you should let it go first, let it flow, see how things goes. I think there are worry too much. But beside that, for me that worry me the most when I hear the casting they taking Michael Keaton back as Bruce Wayne and Batman when the cast report about the Flash. I think for me it's giving a sign that they try to take out the Ben Affleck Batman somehow. They try to make a new way or some form of throwback or what they call it is nostalgia thing. Some ways like okay, we try to forget this and we're gonna bring back the old Batman fans like to please them. We don't want to please the Snyder fans. Do you think they are doing that some way?
Yeah. So these so-called real DC fans, they call themselves real DC fans because like for me, I'm just a Snyderverse fan. Not real enough for them. So for them, they really like these nostalgia old movies like Superman, like Christopher Reeve. Superman, yeah. The rumor is the new Supergirl is the daughter of Christopher Reeve's Superman. So in that universe, Christopher Reeves has a daughter, and it's the new Supergirl that we're gonna see in the Flash. So that's what they're doing. They're trying to get all the old DC movies and trying to
Yeah,
connect them to this new. And what is the rumors now? They're saying that in Batgirl, it's not Ben Affleck. It's gonna
Michael Keaton.
be Michael Keaton. So Michael Keaton is gonna be this new sort of Nick Fury character. So he will just be there and like try to like not really, I think sort of lead, but lead in the background. Like he will be in the back cave and just say, "Hey, do this or do that."
So in
Strategize with them.
some way in the future they might be doing the Batman Beyond thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I won't be surprised. Or they might just use Batgirl.
Batgirl.
Batgirl will
Yeah,
be like the Batman Beyond character for that universe. So it seems like they're trying to remove whatever doesn't
exactly. Yeah,
work,
yeah.
like Henry Cavill or Ben Affleck characters, and they try to add these new characters to make their own. I think they do plan to make their own Justice
Yeah,
League,
yeah. Can see
which
like they
is
have a new blueprint
they're
for this.
they're trying to make the Trinity, which is supposed to be Batman, Superman, and Wonder
Yeah.
Woman, but all female. So that's the direction they're going for. Um, because I think they don't really care because they have a separate universe with the Batman with Robert Pattinson. Um, that one I'm intrigued that the Batman because it's still grounded and
Yeah.
based on realism
The
and
trailer looks
reality.
good. Yeah.
So that one, if even though I'm not a fan of what Walter Hamada is doing, but I still enjoy, real grounded, serious comic book movies. Like, like even Marvel did with, well, not really Marvel, but Fox did with Logan. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
for me, these type of movies I really like. So I might watch that because I want studios. I want to support where studios make grounded and real superhero movie. But all these the Flash, what Flash is doing, trying to copy Marvel, not a fan. I rather watch Marvel. Like, why you want to copy Marvel when Marvel is already here? So I would just watch Marvel.